6:30 on this Friday morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Kyle Averman.
We hope you all are having a wonderful Friday morning, getting your weekend started on a good note.
Almost here, just a few more hours, right?
A few more hours, so let's send it over to meteorologist Matt Jordan for a look outside. Good Friday morning, Matt.
Allison, Kyle, good morning, everyone. Yeah, we have a little bit of an interesting day today, a lot like what we saw on Tuesday. You're going to feel it out there, a little breezy, more cloud cover, and then possibly some showers. Really depends on where you are. So I broke it down this way. The coast at the top, West Valley's in the middle, and Klamath Basin and Northern California essentially, as we look right about there with partly cloudy skies. And then a little more cloudy and a little more cloudy as you get closer and closer to the coast. That's also a better and better chance of some showers. So areas like North Bend down to Brookings and Roseburg actually seeing a decent chance for showers. You head further to the south and to the east. Medford, for example, could see a few showers as we get into the afternoon, and then you head towards the Klamath Basin, mostly on the dry side of things, but don't completely rule out a chance of showers for areas like Crater Lake or Schmolt because you're further to the north. That's where we're seeing most of those showers roll on through. Checking out your temperatures right now, pretty widespread, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60 degrees out towards Bandon with about 46 for Medford right now, and your visibility for the most part perfect 10s. That's mainly because we have higher level clouds. When you have those clouds, you tend not to see fog at the lower levels, but we do see that in areas out on the coast, North Bend all the way down towards Bandon and Gold Beach right now. Back to you.
6:31 on this Friday morning. We're starting off with breaking news. 2 new suspicious packages have been found. One addressed to Democrat Senator Cory Booker, the other addressed to former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper. They were found in New York and Florida.
So that brings the total number of pipe bomb packages found to 12. And of course, they've all been mailed to prominent Democrats and critics of President Trump. Tracy Potts has the latest from the investigation this morning in Washington.
10 pipe bombs mailed to prominent Democrats and critics of President Trump are being pulled apart at the FBI lab in Quantico.
You've got PVC pipe, for example. Perhaps there's a barcode on that might tell what store it was sold in or where it was manufactured.
Postmarks led investigators to a postal facility in southern Florida, far from Delaware, where the last 2 devices were discovered, addressed to former Vice President Joe Biden.
This division, this hatred, this ugliness, it has to end.
Why is someone targeting Democrats? President Trump blames the media, calling out CNN in a tweet early this morning.
Constant, negative, and oftentimes false attacks.
Critics blame the president.
His responsibility starts with not unleashing hatred and fear and anger, because that leads to violence.
The idea that this is at the hands of the president is absolutely ridiculous.
I think we're all at fault, first of all, because we've lost our manners.
Meantime, 600,000 postal employees are on the lookout for more packages.
We're taking this seriously. We are treating them as live devices.
So far, none have exploded. And because of that, it's not clear if these bombs were meant to be a hoax or if the person behind them made a mistake. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
Tracy, thanks so much. This morning, we're getting a look at the unedited footage of the interaction between Eagle Point police officers and Matthew Thayer Graves. Graves was shot inside of the Eagle Point Carl's Jr. on September 19th.
Yeah, that video was released just one day after a Jackson County grand jury cleared the officer in the fatal shooting of Graves. NBC 5's Amanda Rose takes a closer look at the video, and we want to warn you this morning that some people may find this video disturbing.
The final moments in the life of Matthew Thayer Graves caught on body camera by Eagle Point Police.
Get on the ground.
Officer Cardenas entered the bathroom of the Carl's Jr. in Eagle Point on the evening of September 19th. District Attorney Beth Heckert said Graves didn't respond to commands and Cardenas attempted to tase Graves.
Get on the ground now.
That's when things got physical, ending with Cardenas firing the fatal 2 shots.
Get down on the ground again. Get on the ground. Turn around.
That was Amanda Rose reporting. According to the Jackson County District Attorney, after the apparent confusion over the taser in the case, grand jurors said they felt a taser should be a different color. That way it could not be mistaken for a firearm. The two largest local law enforcement agencies in our area, the Medford Police Department and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, do issue black tasers, but there is some variation locally.
Ours are black in color, and I do know that some of the agencies have yellow tasers in the valley. I don't know exactly what the ratios are, yellow to black, but it just depends on what suits that agency's needs.
Tasers are commonly more used by police around the nation as non-lethal weapons, and their appearance does vary.
Turning to crime news, this morning Ashland police are asking for any potential witnesses to come forward after a man was assaulted Wednesday around 6:30 near Granite and High Streets. Police say a 44-year-old man was walking home when a small group of people made homophobic comments towards him. When the man confronted them about what they had said, he was attacked. Police identified the suspect as William Kelso and Alejandro Alaminas Nieves, two area transients. They are facing several charges, including disorderly conduct, intimidation, and assault. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
We're continuing to learn more after a shooting in Grants Pass left one man dead. It happened at an elderly couple's home on the 4000 block of Foothill Boulevard in Grants Pass around 6 o'clock on Wednesday night. The couple told NBC 5 News off camera yesterday that they were living there for 40 years without anything happening, and now they feel like they're traumatized. Oregon State Police say that the husband told investigators he shot that man in self-defense. OSP and the Josephine County District Attorney's Office are continuing their investigation this morning. 6:36, an official with the United Nations says the journalist of Saudi Arabia, Jamal Khashoggi, bears the hallmarks of what's being called an extrajudicial execution. That means the killing of a person by a governmental authority without any proceeding or legal process. Khashoggi was a Washington Post columnist and outspoken critic of Saudi Arabia's critical Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The 59-year-old journalist vanished after entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, Turkey on October 2nd. Saudi Arabia finally confirmed his death on October 20th, saying he had died in a fistfight.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Christian Nielsen is expected to view the first completed section of President Donald Trump's border wall today. That wall, which stands at 30 feet, was a project long sought out by the president in an effort to secure the nation's borders. She will hold a news conference with U.S. Customs and the Border Protection Commissioner during her visit.
We're looking ahead this morning. Rogue Community College students will be cleaning the streets of Grants Pass starting around 9 this morning. The RCC Student Veterans Organization teamed up with the city's Adopt a Street program. Today is their first cleanup event, and they will clean up trash once per term near the intersection of 4th and C Streets.
The Medford Police Department, the Grants Pass Department of Public Safety, and the DEA are hosting prescription drug takebacks tomorrow. It's a chance for people to get rid of old or expired prescription drugs. The events are free, anonymous, and no questions are asked. The DEA does not accept liquids or needles. Only pills or patches are accepted. 6:38 is the time right now on this Friday morning. Let's send it over to meteorologist Matt Jordan. Good Friday morning, Matt.
Allison, good morning everyone. We do have showers in the forecast and we're already starting to see them. Unlike what we saw yesterday where we had some green reflections up in the atmosphere, a little bit of shower activity for spots like North Bend and Roseburg. Most of the showers are actually going to make it to the ground as we get a little bit later into the day, but most of those same showers staying mostly to the west, out on the coast, and to the north, a lot like what we saw on Tuesday. Now Tuesday we did have some showers break through, make it towards about Medford and Ashland, for example, so we saw some rain out there, just not any significant amounts. It's likely that we're going to experience the same thing with today's system. However, a lot of those showers, while they go away on Saturday, we have more rain in the forecast as we head into Sunday. So let's actually check it out for today, mainly focused on that rain, and that's mainly going to be focused out on the coast with cloudy conditions otherwise. Your highs in the 50s to around 60 degrees. Rain turns to showers late tonight. In the West Valley, it's a chance of showers with mostly cloudy skies. Your highs mainly in the 60s to around 70 degrees, so cooler than yesterday. And east of the Cascades, partly cloudy, slight chance of showers. Your highs in the 50s and 60s. Back to you.
6:39 is the time right now. NBC 5 News at Sunrise is just getting started. Coming up, a random passerby is being called a hero, what he did to save a woman's life.
And an escape attempt fell flat. Why they escaped, they're explaining what they did.
And if you're heading out the door this morning, here's a look at this morning's lowest gas according to GasBuddy.com. Stay with us. We have more NBC 5 News at Sunrise coming up after the break.